I arrive at the studio and first order of the day is coffee. It's a throwback to my time as an apprentice with Lisa Hammond, as the core duty of mine was serving everyone potter's fuel, be it tea or coffee. And it's the perfect ritual really to start my day. It puts me in the right mindset for throwing. I usually spend a few moments tidying up the workshop. When I went to Japan, sweeping leaves and keeping the grounds tidy was a huge part of the apprentice's job. And now I think that's stuck with me. I cannot concentrate if the place is a mess. There's space to put new pots. The workbench is free and tidy, ready to wedge on. The floor is clean of glaze. It's just part of my way of life and way of making. If I'm in a making cycle, I tend to spend Monday to Wednesday throwing pots. Then I'll trim them on Thursday and Friday. I've just finished a long session of glazing and firing, which means the studio is finally empty. The shelves are free and they're waiting for new boards of freshly thrown work. There's something to be said about starting afresh and throwing and producing work. And seeing all the shelves fill up with new pots. There's immense satisfaction I get from finishing a day's work and seeing just boards and boards worth of freshly thrown pieces drying overnight. I spent almost 2 years looking for this place. This place is calm and it's open and it's quiet. This part of London is tranquil and peaceful compared to many places that I went to. But the building is old. It was an old industrial laundry and it does not hold the heat well. So I tend to rely on a uniform that's warm and comforting. It's hard wearing and utilitarian for the repetitive movements my work demands. People have said the way I dress is reflective of my work, and I suppose it's true. I'm drawn to a colour palette of greens and blues, calming colours reflective of my space and my way of working. When you're producing pottery, you have to leave your studio in a state that can survive, being left on its own for the weekend. I tend to do a lot of my online media content over the weekend, so the studio has to be left in a place where I know the pots can sit without drying too much. So I wrap everything, I make sure there's no drafts hitting the pots that are drying. And it's always, it's nice knowing that it's there waiting for you on Monday. Albeit so far away from where I live, I'm so connected to this place that it's always on my mind.